Hi guys, so this is a video response to Kaylee High's video about journals. She talked a lot about how she was always given journals as a kid but never actually wrote in them, and now she uses them a lot more as kind of scrapbooks. So I thought I'd show you the abundance of journals that I have. I was definitely also the kid who was given tons of journals, like for my birthday and Christmas I always seemed to get one, and I would also buy them a lot. And I didn't really fill them up as like diaries, but I did use them. This one has a list of books I want to read. This one is a short story that I wrote like in junior high. This journal is really funny. It's like really girly in print, but when you open it, it's full of like random information about tons of things I've obsessed about over the years. First of all is Harvest Moon. It's got all of the crops that you can plant and then what seasons you can plant them in and how fast they grow, and then has like all of the hybrid plants that you can make and how you make them. It's also full of cooking recipes. Then you get to the Harry Potter spells part where I literally fill up pages and pages of just listing the Harry Potter spells. We get to Warrior Cats, which is this fantastic book series. I loved it as a kid. And the premise is that there are these cats living in the forest and they have 4 different clans and each clan has a medicine cat. So this is a list of all of the medicine cat herbs and medicines that they use. And then also I used to be kind of into manga and anime, just the one Japanese alphabet, the easy one, and then some words that are used in anime, and then I would practice writing them. I also filled out the Pokédex for the original 150 Pokemon. I have this notebook, which I used for a short story I was going to write. This is a notebook I used whenever I would write letters to people. This is a notebook I used when I took a theater criticism class at the Goodman Theater. This notebook I actually used in high school sometimes. It's got a short story that I started, lines of dialogue that I thought would work good in stories, random things I wrote down, lists of places I applied to go to work, things to do this summer, quotes. This is my This Is Not Tom notebook, where I worked out every single one of the clues. This is a story I was going to write. It was going to be a kind of cliche save the princess. Then I decided to not do that and instead make it a Beatles adventure epic extravaganza. And eventually I turned it into my one-act play that I wrote and put on at school my junior year. This is fiction writing class, which I did the summer between my sophomore and junior year. This is a novel I was going to write when I was 6th, 7th grade maybe. It's going to be a kind of fantasy thing where witch wizard apprentices were going to live at a giant castle. There were 14 apprentices at one time. I had all of their character descriptions. You might think I'm kidding, but I actually had every single character, each of their relationships with each other. This is what they wore, the uniform, and then I have physical descriptions of each character backgrounds with their family life. I have a floor plan of each floor of the castle. So yeah, I never wrote that story, but I just found a pro-con list of turning Bella Swan into a vampire. It's okay, because the next page has a hypothetical Quidditch match where I try and decide who would win. Then I have a sketchbook. I don't really sketch. It's a girl playing guitar. There's Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. I like this. I think it's pretty. I wish I could draw like that all the time, but I can't. As for actually journaling, like a diary, I had never really was into doing that. I wanted to start doing it, so I started last July, this journal, and I did 1 page for every day. Every single one is a day. Now I've got this one almost all the way full. I have this here where I put ticket stubs, mostly to plays, but also to things like, here's Will Grayson, my first Blizzard Rock concert. This is me going to London. So those are journal diary type things, but my favorite, that sort of thing, are these scrapbooks I have. Actually hold programs from every show I've seen since 2006. Broadway shows, a lot of touring Broadway shows. As well as shows from Chicago theaters like the Goodman and the Northlight. So yeah, that was really long, and I don't know how to make it into 4 minutes, but that's okay. If you are so inclined, leave a comment telling me what kind of journals you have now or you've had in the past, or you can leave a video response, either to my video or to Kaylee's video, which I'll link to right here. So yeah, see you guys.